Let's get him started in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Okay, ISZI. Oh no, the International Standard Zoological Institution. We're making everything, all zoos, standard. All right, on the left side, it is Zempro, a wonderful... oh, wait, I don't have to do that anymore. Zempro is here with qualifying into seed number 41 with an average of his best 3 games played in a 90-minute qualifier of 1.16 million. Parabex, thanks for the sub. Zempro from the United States of America and has a PB of 1.2 million. And I am given to understand from Tetris, so take that with a grain of salt, that Zempro achieved that 1.2 in their qualifiers. So that is a great thing. Look at that. We are a force for excellence in the classic Tetris community. Zempro, as I mentioned, has been all around. Pretty much if you're at a regional event in the United States, there's a good shot you're going to see Zempro there. He's made the tour the last couple of years. He's been at Boston, Montreal, wherever the Northeast Regional is held. Is that Hartford? Minnesota, Detroit, California. Also played in the silver bracket of CTWC in 2024. And also played in the Lone Star Regional. It's not a regional. It's not a regional. That's a CTM exclusive. Doesn't exist anymore. Played in Lone Star in 2024. Also a former community tournament winner. So he's got that big bright CT next to his name in the Discord. 210 here for Zempro. 152 for Hepta. Hepta with a qualifier of 1.082 from Finland. And I am also given to understand, according to Tetris, that Hepta's 1.2 PB was gotten in the qualifier for this thing as well. So again, a force for excellence in classic Tetris. That's where we're going to change everything. We're going to change our motto, a force for excellence. What do you think? Anyway, I don't know a ton about Hepta. Match database does not give us a lot of matches played by Hepta, but I know there's been a presence in Discord for a while. I know Hepta's in the Game Boy community, played in the Game Boy World Championships in 2024. And a lot of Tetris players from Finland especially, and Poland. Maybe, in the S tier of Tetris communities. 335 for Hepta, 349 from Zempro. Akatu, Yanni, JJ. There's a lot. 359 for Hepta, 396 for Zempro. Where does Australia rank? Let's see. Well, Australia, I would say they're not very unified, right? Finland, I feel like they all know each other and get along. Australia, they're just like atomistic individuals, doing their things individually without little in the way of interaction. Except for like once every 3 years when somebody puts CT Australia or whatever together. 447 for Zempro, 410 for Hepta. Sounds like the Australian way. True. All right, Tetris for Hepta, 434, 493 for Zempro. Both players you can see from their gloved hands are rolling. So we'll see what they've got to give when we get to that level 29 speed. Kind of a hang there for Hepta. That's going to complicate things. All right, there's a Tetris Hepta 484. And a nice triple to bring this down. We are sort of on the the runway toward level 19, where the speed is going to increase by 50%. Players trying to bring their boards back to some semblance of order. Zempro's was a little bit high, bringing that down. Hepta's got a few gaps in multiple rows and columns. Just want a workable board going into 19, even as rollers. And Zempro's board, oh, okay, needs a bar for that right side or something just to chunk it down a bit. And that's going to be a top out for Zempro. So Hepta with a chase down opportunity, 559. There is a Tetris in the middle into 19. So Hepta's got a shot here, needs to get to 559. Obviously has got forever and a day to do this. And really just pick his spots here. He's 28,000 points away. But still with a bit of a jacked up board. It is 19. Player is still rolling here. You could have missed that T-spin, but yeah, pieces are a little bit trolly here. Oh no, we're gonna miss with that L piece to the right. And oh no, that is gonna be a top out. I think the chase down nerves got to Hepta. Is that, am I correct? Zempro looks a little embarrassed. Honestly, I have to find the point. There it is. The point. Classic ambigrams monthly. Point taken, point given, point taken. Eight minutes ago, Parabex resubbed with Prime and said, Vandy, can you tell us about Amazon Prime? Do you mean the Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime gaming subscription? Yeah, if you're an Amazon Prime member, every single month you get a Twitch Prime gaming subscription to grant to the streamer of your choice every single month. And while it's nothing extra for you, it does give a little bit of a financial boost to that streamer, but it is use it or lose it. So don't lose it, use it, and consider using it for us every once in a while. Keep us in the rotation. Doesn't have to be every month, but you know, use it for us once in a while. 94,000 for Zempro. Thanks, Parabax, for that Prime sub. 93,000 for Hepta. There's a Tetris Hepta 116. You're going to a 2000s themed party and your costume is Bear Stearns. So are you like a bear dressed as Howard Stern? That would be pretty good. 124 for Zempro, 143 for Hepta. Rogue Potato says, I briefly worked in Bear Stearns corporate tower in Manhattan in 2009. Well, look at that. Well, Arbaro, now you have someone you can consult for your costume to make sure it's historically accurate. 222 for Zempro, 216. Look at that. We're building bridges. We're making connections. $216 Hepta, $245 Zempro. Both of them are going to get Tetrises. So about a 29,000 point lead for Zempro right now. All right, Zempro getting some of that, that shoulder action in there as he's filling out that left side. Put a little English on it. 275 for Zempro, 276 for Hepta. We're close. All right, Zempro fighting up near the top of the board. Oh, gonna hang a bar and cannot get another bar over. That's gonna be a top out for Zempro at 282, and Hepta is good in game number 1. Yeah, no sash. No sashes. You know, Van Clan wears dad hats, right? I mean, we all wear dad hats. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And someone says, Water burger level? Oh, what a burger is a hamburger chain that is associated with Texas and the American Southwest, although it was purchased a few years ago by some, I don't know, some private equity or something based out of Chicago. And we're all mad about it, even though everything's fine and it's still the same. It's the most mid establishment of all time? Are you serious? It is not mid. I mean, actually, as far as fast food goes, mid is a compliment because, you know, fast food is like the worst food. And then there's like really good food. And so if it's mid, then that's a compliment. 95,000 for Zempro, 96,000 for Hepta. But I don't know, what a burger, you know, big sloppy burger. I'm into it. Onion rings, great. Milkshakes, too thick. I'll say that. Milkshakes are way too thick. 142 for Hepta, 143 for Zempro. Here in game number 3. This is a best of 5. The first player to get to 3 next to their name will be moving on to the next round. And we've got another match. The winner of this will take on Sunny. Oh, Danny used to work at Sonic. I did not grow up with Sonic. I'm Northeast. I don't remember having a Sonic. I think maybe there were some in Wisconsin, which was the next place I lived after Massachusetts, but 213 Zempro, 212 for Hepta. The whole Scooty family worked at Sonic as roller skating car hops. Wow, I had no idea. 219 for Zempro, 235 for Hepta. Barbaro lived in Jacksonville and became partial to Crystal. Yeah, basically like White Castle for the South. I've asked like 3 times in the Ask Mods channel, but can my Twitch link be updated in the bot? I don't know how to do that well enough that I can just do it right here, but ping me in Vandweller and I'll make sure someone gets on it. 288 for Zempro, 310 for Hepta. Are you on your Chobj account or for this match, or are you going to be on an alt or what? $338 for Zempro, $362 for Hepta. You're Chobjing it up. I don't like that name, and I know that's why you chose it because it's impossible to say, but 384 for Zempro, 384 for Hepta. So basically same score, but 4 lines separating them. Yeah, I'm saying Sunny. Sorry. I guess I could say it like Doge, but Choj. Tetris Hepta 453, 430 for Zempro. All right, decent pace here through 90-something lines. If you get to 100K over 400, if you get to 400K over 100 lines, not bad. All right, Zempro bringing the stack down and getting a Tetris 492, 525 for Hepta. Now Zempro, in virtue of playing up a little bit higher for an extended period of time, is ahead in lines. You know, more pieces falling per minute when they have less of a distance to travel. 515 for Zempro through 125, 551 through 117 for Hepta. Hepta gets a Tetris 574. Zempro going to Tetris into 19 at 540. And Hepta looking to lock in a 600K transition. There's a good-ish adjustment. All right. One has got the 600K. Now just looking for that long bar. And Hepta's going to get in at 624. So Zempro with the real-time lead, but also ahead by 10 lines. Tetris Hepta 675, 642 for Zempro. Another Tetris Zempro 670. Hepta in the real-time lead and has lines in hand. But Tetris for Zempro to take it back. Another Tetris Zempro 726. And Hepta in a little bit of a low scramble. Just gaps in multiple rows and columns. Going to take that triple and a single to uncover that right side. Reestablish a well and get a Tetris 721. 758 for Zempro. And the board starting to high center a bit. Long bar gets over. Now he's got some work to do. Sort of bring this down, and really Hepta not in a position to capitalize. All right, nice little triple for Zempro to work this down. All right, it looked like, oh no, and Hepta's board. Hepta, that escalated very quickly, quite literally. And Hepta going to top out at 725. So Zempro, you have been granted a little relief here from this dig. You don't have to finish it. And Hepta is just rolling around the room, trying to stretch, trying to feel good. All right, Zempro wants to get out of this dig. This is the soul of a champion. Maybe not the hands and mind of a champion, but the soul of a champion. Fighting. We're gonna lock it up right now. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Well, we're 14 people away, so it's still not locked in. This could take us another year, guys. I wouldn't be surprised. It's been a grind. I thought we'd be a little further ahead than we are, but it's okay. How were the first few games? They were okay. No, I want real followers, not burner accounts. All right, same exact score, even with the pushdown points. All right, 92,000 Zempro, 91,000 for Hepta. But once we get the new host, then I'm sure the viewership will skyrocket. All right, Hepta with some adjustments on that left side. up pretty high there. There's a skimming a Tetris for Hepta. Oh, thanks, Mr. BS Dragon. Appreciate it. Tetris, Hepta, 184, 185 for Zempro. Whenever I hear that, I think of Skibbity Tetris. What? Why would you think that? Those two things sound nothing alike. I don't know what you're talking about. 207 for Hepta, 186 for Zempro. Okay, Tetris Zempro, 233, 232 for Hepta. Oh, nice adjust for Hepta with that S piece. I'm seeing a lot of good adjustments for Hepta, just overall. Okay, Hepta with a Tetris, 303, 301 for Zempro. So pretty close in lines and score. Oh, Zempro gonna miss with that T-piece, and now the scared face. See, now that I know Zempro's not listening, I can just, like, make fun of him. Perfect. 339 Zempro, 359 Hepta. Zempro gets a Tetris with, like, one more just to, you know. Okay, there we go. Now the heart rate can come back down again. And another one. 407 Zempro. Hepta's board is getting a little bit high. He's working one row off the bottom. Gonna adjust to that S flat real quick. And then, of course, get punished by the game. But okay. Is a post-produced video of every match going on YouTube? I don't know. I gotta figure that out. I think the top, 16 will get a Dan V edit, and I might have to do just a quick and dirty Van D edit of some of these other matches. So okay, 424 for Hepta, 455 for Zempro. Oh, Hepta gonna hang that L piece. So a little bit of a diving board there. You like the hue we chose for Lavender. Thanks, Sierra Song. Appreciate it. Got a couple of new followers, Unhurt One and Lurker Vibes. Thanks for the follows. We're 12 away. Okay, 507 for Zempro, just permanent frightened face. he's got Monka face glued on him right now. 512 Zempro, 489 Hepta. Hepta with a spire in the middle of the board here, trying to work this away. Not get destroyed by that spire. Okay, starting to bring it down. Oh, that O in the middle. That's going to be tough. Oh, no, that's going to be a top out for Hepta at 495. So Zempro maybe doesn't know it yet, but will be moving on to round two. Hepta, you did a great job. Congrats on your PB in qualifying. Always good to see that. And Yeah, got to work on my consistency, man. The winner goes to the round of 32 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Danny in chat says, if Vandy gets to 10,000 followers, he will absolutely do something. I will do something. I will do absolutely something. All right, Mega Masters round 2. Sunny versus Zempro in the Lavender bracket. Really the best smelling of all of our brackets. He's certainly better than the tawny bracket. You don't want to smell that tawny bracket. But Lavender, of course, the best smelling bracket in all of Tetris. And we got two great individuals here with fantastic hair. I'm very jealous as a bald man. On the left side, it is Sunny, aka Chobj. And Sunny has got qualified into seed number 24 with a 1.296 million average of his top 3 scores played in a 90-minute qualifying period. Sunny is from Scotland. That's the last time I do that. And it's got a PB of 1.6 million. Sunny is a winner of a Challenger circuit back in 2023, a Future circuit back in 2023. And he's played in Mega Masters the last 2 years. Has also appeared in the Masters event 2 times when we were in our 16-player format. Those were both in 2024. Also was second in the CT UK event in 2024. Also a prolific streamer of Tetris. And I mean, even in the hair, of course, just, a member of the Hair Hall of Fame. On the right side, it is Zempro, seed number 41, with a 1.16 million qualifier. Has a PB of 1.2 million. And I am told that 1.2 million was gotten in the qualifiers for this tournament. That's crazy. Zempro travels the United States, going to all the different regionals, or a lot of them. And over the last 2 years, he's been in Boston, Montreal, Hartford, Minnesota, Detroit, California, and played in the silver bracket in CTWC 2024, and is a nice person and a great friend. 207 for Sunny, 227 for Zempro. Tetris Sunny 255, 273 for Zempro. Who does the winner play in the top 32? That is a great question, and it is SV. SV, the former CTM Masters event winner from the UK. Online facts: Zempro placed 4th in the Milwaukee bracket, outplacing previous world champion Fractal. So Tetris with the online facts about Zempro. Yeah, I didn't watch that whole thing, and it's not in my various databases yet. Maybe it's in the match database, but it's not on Wikipedia, I don't think. And I didn't see the whole thing. And it's hard to know which one he went to. Did he go to Milwaukee, Arizona? Yeah, he's all over the place. Tetris Zempro 352, 353 for Sunny. Oh, why did the music get low all of a sudden? Or has it been that way? That's weird. 399 for Sunny, 380 for Zempro. And Zempro just bopping along. It's been super low. All right. Sorry about that, guys. All right, Zempro going to skim the cover off the well. Long bar goes in. Tetris. Zempro is into 19. 426. Sunny will get in with a 500K plus. Pending which piece actually goes into that well over in columns 9 and 10. And a long bar goes in, and Sunny is in at 526. Tetris Zempro 508, 553 for Sunny. Oh, nice little setup there for Zempro. Nifty little bird with that upside down J piece in the long bar. Trying to keep that well open. There's a good little triple there for Zempro. You know, I'll take those triples. 572 for Zempro. 635 for Sunny. Tetris Sunny 663. It's just amazing to me how many players are rollers. I really thought that very few people would be able to do this, and it would be like some niche thing. And like 2 or 3 players would become like overpowered, and Tetris was over. But like everyone's taking to it. I could never do this. All right, there's a Tetris Zempro after a double. 726 for him, 737 for Sunny. And Sunny gets that Tetris. Have I tried? I mean, I can roll the inputs like pretty decently. It's been like a year or so since I even messed around with it. But I just cannot do the directional inputs and the rotational inputs on the same hand. And that's going to be a top out for Zempro at 766, really just fighting up near the top for a while. And Sunny is good in game 1. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. The Masters are mega. Oh, are we streaming on the retro category? I suppose that's something we can do while we're trying to get those 10K followers. That's fine. I think I was on retro because of the Netris.org stream, the launch showcase stream with Primer. I don't know. Should I stay on retro for Mega Masters, or I was gonna wait till we did the top 32 matches, but it doesn't matter. I can alternate either one. All right, we're underway in game 2. Sunny looking for Tetris number 1. Man, there's the long bar and the Tetris Sunny. 42,000, 40,000 for Zempro. Our borrow says, are the quarterfinals and semifinals going to be scheduled together, or the semifinals plus the finals? The plan right now is to do quarterfinals and semifinals bundled together. Then do the finals and the third place match as its own stream, because they're going to be best of 7. So players can be fresh. And it also, maybe we'll have time to hype it up a little bit. You know, appointment TV. 71,000 Zempro. There's a Tetris for him. 93,000. Sonny gets one. 113. You're welcome, Arbaro. All right, Zempro with the Vits and gets the long bar to fill it in. Feels good. Ogus Han says, you said it, Vandy, you can't crawl back anymore. Do you know me at all? Of course I can announce things and walk them back. Do it all the time. $185 Zempro, 185 Sunny. So we are close in lines and tied in score. Close in score and tied in lines. My words. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. But then again, even if I had a great night's sleep, my words would fail me. Are my words failing me, or am I failing my words? Interesting question. 234 for Sunny. Tetris for Zempro, Tetris Sunny. So yeah, pretty close in lines and score right now. Players keeping pace with one another. Zempro 307, 270 for Sunny. Sunny in a little bit of a dig here, and Zempro is not. This is going to allow Zempro a chance to establish a lead, which she's in the process of doing. Tetris Sunny, he's cleaned up. 308, 421 for Zempro. So Zempro out to over a 100,000 point lead. All right, Sunny going to take the Tetris rather than fill in the middle, and he's kind of doubling down, extending that long bar dependency in the middle, but got it all filled in. Now he's got a reasonable board. 353 for him, 444 for Zempro. All right, Sunny back to Das here for a moment and switching back to rolling. I'm not sure what was going on there. Zempro's board is in a state right now, and he is up near the top of the board. Top out 517 for Zempro. The target for Sunny, 518. He's got a long time. 518 is the target. And he can just work this down, single and doubling all the way, and have a leisurely chase down. Zempro, yeah, Zempro good for thumbnail faces. Is it too late to say warm-up is done? I think it is, friend. You're in the thing. You're doing the thing now. All right, we can see, you know, Sunny not forcing things in, taking that triple and easy burns and all that. That is the right thing to do. 503 needs to get to 518-ish. I should practice swapping on and off rolling at level 18. Yeah, but I can't even do the... I can't do the rotational inputs on the same hand as my... Well, I won't say can't. All right, that's going to do it. Sunny is going to take game number 2 in 3-2-1 Tetris. Oh, there's Tega's weird drag tap thing. Yeah, that's true. Sunny says cheating is the 4th play style. Right, I forgot about that. Forgot about cheating. It's a good one. That's impossible. The buttons are too small. There was a new notion of cable rolling. What is cable rolling? What is cable rolling? All right, Zempro with the delayed Vits gets the bar, fills it in. All right. I guess nobody will explain what it is. They'll just... All right. Thank you. Okay, Zempro in a spot of bother. Okay. Trying to open this up. Up near the top of the board. The square gets to the left. Okay. Gets the L in there. Okay, there's another L. That's going to work. There's a bar. Oh, doesn't use the bar for that. Right. Okay. Chopping it down. Getting it done. The board is getting down here. And one more. Okay, he's going to uncover. He's got an open well. And the survival from Zempro. There's the Tetris 119. Sunny 117. Ivan says you wrap the controller's cable around your hand and then you drag that over the D-pad like a comb. I think I get it. Yeah. It's like teeth rolling, but with your not totally insane. You use like a normal thing to use instead of your actual human mouth. Makes sense. All right. $192 for Zempro, $191 for Sunny. What's wrong with teeth rolling? I mean, you're putting that dirty, filthy controller in your mouth. So, you know, sometimes you watch Kingsman, you know, prominent Tetris streamer, restreamer, broadcaster, and he'll play his games and he'll get frustrated and he'll put that filthy controller in his mouth, you know, as a goof. And I'm like, dude, that thing. I don't want to think about where Kingsman's hands have been. I know he's not washing them. And yet that thing's going right in the mouth. $249 for Zempro. $223 for Sunny. Lex Diskia, raid party of 8. Thanks for the raid. All right, Sunny with a triple. Going to bring this down. Uncover the right side. Long bar goes in. Tetris for Sunny, 256. Zempro, 260. And there's a Tetris. So Zempro ahead by about 4,000, but also ahead by 9 lines. That T is errant. And will have to be dealt with. What do you do with the controller that you have that opinion about it, bruh? I don't do anything weird with my controller. I just, you know, I know that people's hands are dirty, and then they touch their controller, and then they're sticking it in their mouth. It's pretty gross. I mean, I could try it right now, but I'm scared. I don't want that. I mean, you guys saying, "Oh, you gotta put your control only." You ain't cool if you don't put your controller in your mouth, right? Zempro into 19. He's at 371, so kind of a low transition for Zempro. Tetris for Sunny, 425. Oh man, am I gonna get canceled for coming out against putting your controller in your mouth? I am so sorry. I didn't realize my words could hurt so much. Words are actions, and I will do better in the future. I will do better. 407 for Zempro, 475 for Sunny. Tetris for Sunny, 501. 410 for Zempro. Still struggling. Kind of been a whole struggle really the entire time for Zempro. I don't know. Am I weird? I don't touch elevator buttons with my hand. I like, you know. If I buy like a soda at a convenience store, I rinse it off. Is that weird? Like I rinse the bottle off? Maybe that's a little bit weird. 541 for Sunny, 485 for Zempro. Oh no. I've seen the back rooms of these convenience stores, and you don't want anything that's in there like on your hands. I used to do inventory like back when I was in college. I worked for an inventory company, and I've been in those disgusting back rooms, man. $523 for Zempro, 605 for Sunny. Oh, Zempro's board. Tough right now, working it down, putting the whole body into it, trying to get body English on those pieces. Okay. He's uncovered that column too well, which is like the worst place to have one. Recover, uncover. Skimming above it. Getting a bar in. Gets a Tetris 575. 697 for Sunny. Zempro really fighting here. This is going to be so difficult. Can he even survive this? The answer is no. Zempro going to top out at 582. And Sunny is good and will be moving on to the round of 32. Zempro, you entertained us with your like 30 consecutive minutes of terrified face. We really enjoyed that. I love your terrified face when you're playing. I mean, that is just amazing. just like, ah, the whole time. I love it. GG's to you, Zempro. You did amazing. I mean, some really great digs as well. Sunny. All right, now we've got 3 results over on the left side, so we're catching up. The right side has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 results. The left side has 3 results. Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.